Hey everybody, Goldie here, taking a look at the newest character in WWE Champions and a first timer, one that has been requested quite a bit and fits this UK Money in the Bank theme. The Scottish powerhouse herself, Piper Niven. Very happy to see another member of the LGBTQ community added during Pride Month. Love seeing the representation. She's a modern era defensive powerhouse, trainer ability at 26k. Red gems do 40% more damage, and red moves start with 2 more move points. Links, raw, any color moves start with 1 more move point. Modern era gems do 5% more damage. And just the one set of gear. This is a 6-star trial. Everybody gets her at 6-star for these upcoming days. Please test her out. Do the nodes that you need to do with a 6-star female. Get your rewards and have fun playing her because she is she's quite enjoyable. A couple different builds we're going to take a look at. The first is available at 4-star. The Loch Ness Slam 10 MP finisher. Deal 395,161 damage. Gain 8 green MP and pin the opponent. Green 1, the Abdomen Crusher 7 MP submission. Generate 39 random submission gems. And do 224,388 damage for 3 turns while submission gems are on the gem board. Remaining submission gems turn into botch gems. And green 2, 7 MP Cannonball. Deal 160,451 damage. And choose 6 gems to make into red gems. For this, we're going to go with a sub-focus. Steel for green MP, Trickster Bray for 3 more turns, Bruno Sammartino for 50% more damage and an extra turn, Acro Shelton for 20% more damage. So 381,000 for 7 turns. Basically, load the finisher, hit the sub, hit the finisher, reload everything. For the belt, we're going with a half takedown 2. My 200%er is regular takedown, so getting the set bonus from that. And then the tested loyalty plate, whenever you break 6 or more red gems, increase your red move damage by 75% for 2 turns. And wouldn't you know it, 6-star bronze opponents to preview against. And can I just say how well they did everything about her physical model? Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Big fan. Props to the development team for the design on her. So 2-3 matches. Going to toss out the Abdomen Crusher submission, and this was not what I expected when I saw it. But I'm here for her just standing on the opponent. Let's go. Things you love to see. Finisher is doing 1.67 million damage. Gain the green MP. And then probably 5-match, 3-match here. Just kind of cover up the black gems too while we're at it. Swipe in. Hit the sub again. Now, if you wanted to use Ciampa as a coach, you would make it a 1-turn sub, which means the MP drain not exactly happening, but you leave more botch gems on the board for the kick out. If you don't have the tested loyalty plate, you could do an armor build and a cheap shot and try to sneak out some wins that way. I was wondering if she was going to take that match, but that's a pretty straightforward, you know, decent finisher damage. Strong sub, reloads, recycles quite easily. Let's go take a look at another build. Next build we're going to take a look at is a slight variation. Instead of using the submission, we're going to be bringing in the stun move, which is the Glasgow Kiss 7MP. Deal 186,920 damage and force your opponents to skip their turn for 1 turn. We are switching to move damage focus here. Steal for the MP. Tech Priest, who, if I could just put in my moves properly, would be at 15k. There we go. And that would give us 150 instead of 125. Tech Brett for 40%, and then Snoop for 25, getting the finisher up to 1.24. Basically a Super Stacy light build, but with a slight variation that I am a fan of. Let's go run it. So we're going to go ahead. Do a 3-match, hit the stun. Make our 5-match and cascade, unfortunately. So the difference between this and Stacy. Stacy is higher damage, but you give your opponents a turn with this being a submission instead of a choose. So granted, you're draining the MP, but if they have an MP match plate, if they're 1 MP character, you risk losing out on the stun. You automatically lose out on the stun lock by applying the sub. With Piper, you have board control. It is lower damage, but you have options. So we can actually attempt to do 2 5-matches here. And you can do either Zombie Bianca or Hall of Fame Lita as a coach if you want to give yourself more reds. It is board dependent, but like I said, that worked out perfect. We were able to stack the stun. So it is board dependent, but I do feel like you sacrifice the damage for board control, which is the trade-off. I'm personally okay with it. So if we cascade here, she's still stunned for a turn, which to me is fine. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, give us the big cascade. And that gave us some breathing room, thankfully. And then we can go ahead and just stun lock. Yeah, it takes a little long. Yeah, it's choosy, but it's effective. It gets the job done. So toss up between, do you want the higher damage with Stacy, but you lose a turn, or do you want the consistency, a bit board dependent, but there is consistency there with Piper, lower damage. Stacy being RA is a positive. Piper being a modern era powerhouse, I know there's a massive debate about which one is the best one, but Piper throws her hat in the ring. Let's go look at something else. Next build we're going to take a look at brings in the 5-star move, which is the 7MP Running Senton. Deal 173,508 damage and choose 2 gems to make into 2-turn Juggernaut gems that will heal for 496,048 on every countdown turn and increase your red MP by 5 at the end of the countdown. Double MP trainers for this, Butch for red, Steel for green. Bringing in Hall of Fame Lita for 2 more red gems. If you have Zombie Bianca, she will generate more as well. And bringing in Acro X-Pac, matching red gems, charge moves of that color by 1 more move point. And we are going to trigger our Juggernaut gems and then stagger them. So we have a set that heals us and a set that gains MP every turn. And that is how we are going to keep the stun lock. So start by the stun. Now you want to make a 5 match that you can swipe into here because you need to trigger the Juggernaut gems. And then you can do all sorts of fun activities. This is where I cascade and screw up the entire thing. Just kidding. All right, so now we have a staggered set. So now these will go off and gain the red MP. These will go off and stun. We'll put out another set, and then we'll just keep stacking. So healing back almost a mil every single time, which is nice. Now, can we be devilish and... No, we can't, because that's the 6. But even if we didn't take that match, we've got her in a 2-turn stun lock now. Glasgow Kiss, running Senton, and then you just swipe and win. Swipe and win. Not taking the red match there to prove the point. So 10 red MP. Swipe and win. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. There it is. No muss, no fuss. Is it quick? No. Is it effective? Yes. That is how stun lock characters work. So if you want to use a stun lock, I suggest this over the finisher build. You could do an aftershock play. You could do something that gives you green MP just to have this ready to go as a finisher when you're ready to end the match. But this is fairly foolproof. Granted, you don't cascade. Swipe and win. And then we can go ahead and use the cannonball. Ta-da! Easy claps. So that's the slow, methodical stun lock for me. You only have to worry about setting it up once, and then it's just cycles on its own when you lay out the juggernauts. I feel like that's a lot safer than the finisher build. Let's switch focus entirely and go look at some gem damage builds. Last build I wanted to take a look at today for Piper is the triple yellow 6-star build. Yellow 1, the 7 MP low angle crossbody, deal 172,202 damage, and use a 6x5 area to make into pyro gems, which will modify all gems above it into yellow when broken by you. Yellow 2, the Michinoku driver, also 7 MP, deal 166,855 damage, and make 6 random pyro gems into crossbreak gems. And yellow 3, the 6-star move, 7 MP Vader bomb, deal 183,519 damage plus 33,657 damage. I know how to read. For every pyro gem. So we're seeing this new tech theory trainer being applied elsewhere. I, on the other hand, am not going to be using him. I feel like the yellow gem damage is more important than bonus damage. If this was like 100k or something, then I'd be more inclined. As it stands, we get about 1 mil out of this. Theory will add 100%. That's 2 mil. It's okay. But I would rather get the gem damage. Kofi for yellow MP, Cena for yellow MP and yellow gem damage, Striker Braun for 25%, and Hall of Fame takers almost 21k. We're getting 6737 because that's a nice round number on our yellow gems. 12K would be very impactful, but 31.9 to our yellow gems. I do not have a boss plate. I do have a hunter's medallion. Whenever you break 4 or more green gems, increase your yellow gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. Doing this with 2 sets of Fury 2s, I feel like a boss plate might help with the recycling a little more, but as it stands, I will take the gem damage. And spoiler alert, she gets an ultimate plate. The buffs are TBD, but they should affect this move set. So I think everyone's thinking it's going to be whenever you make 6 or more pyro gems or whatever, increase your yellow whatever damage by whatever. So stay tuned for the run it back, because I will get that plate to preview this build with as it stands. Hunter's Medallion. So 47K. I'm going to go ahead and lay out our pyro gems. If you have a match on the bottom row, cover that up. We don't. We do have one on the second last in case the cross breaks don't hit the way I want them to hit. Vader Bomb. About 1 million damage. Then the Michinoku Driver. So about 1 million damage from all 3 moves, 1 million damage from the Pyro Gems, and then we're gonna go ahead and take our Swipe, which should help blow things up. We've broken the green gems at 2.1, so 4 mil turn 1 with this build, and with the Hunter's Medallion, it's just gonna stack. Now our yellow gems are doing 62. Another million-ish damage from the moves. Another million or so from the Pyro move. Go ahead and take your Swipe. 2.7, so 3 mil before the belt. Slowly stacking. Slowly stacking. So I'm very curious to see what the ultimate plate is going to do for this build. Yellow, thankfully, is her second strongest color. If it was her third, I'd just be like, don't do this. But it's her second strongest, so 76K. We can definitely make use of the new ultimate plate when it comes out. And yeah, just gradually stacking the damage. I like it. I'm excited to see what the plate does for it. Can't really do any more speculating on that. So let's go ahead and wrap things up. So that concludes our first look at Piper Niven, the Scottish powerhouse. Again, she is a modern era defensive powerhouse. Red gems do 40% more damage. Red moves start with 2 more move points at 26K. She gets the raw link for +1 MP. She gets the modern era link for 5% more gem damage. Just the one standard set of gear, and she is your trial character. She has her tour with 6-star opponents. There is the challenge node that we were previewing on that requires a powerhouse for the bonus. A 6-star powerhouse for the bonus, pardon me. So get that done. And there is also a road tour on hell mode that requires a female powerhouse. So go ahead and use Piper to clear this match. And any other road tours you can hit up, any other CSS or limited time tours that you can clear now that you have a 6-star powerhouse, go ahead and get those done. Verdicts. A bit of a slower Super Stacy, but again, I'm really curious to see what that ultimate plate does. Not only for the triple yellow build, but other superstars it could be good on. Very, very excited about that. And very happy to have Piper Niven in the game. They did a fantastic job with her character model, her moves, her in-ring, her entrance, her victory pose, everything. They did a phenomenal job. So props to the design team. Let me know what you think in the comments of this video. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. Thank you again for watching, and thank you for being a friend. She's looking for the run it back. Stay tuned.